any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the UTEP Miners, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's good. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Baylor's offense will get first crack at it here. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He stopped just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Needed more to move the sticks. It'll be 4th down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. So UTEP's offense has the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like, when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Miners will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him that loss a week ago. Called on just once.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Looking to throw again. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And the Miners come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go back to the air on second down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Off play action. Touchdown Miners! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play-action by this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 64 yards right down the field. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give to the left. Oh, better look out! Just find a way to make that first tackler whiff. He's out to the 21.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now on first down from the 28. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to back and leaves it. Sweet cut there. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you could tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together. A good response from punting last drive.
Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bears will hustle to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! Quick strike through the air. Score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Baylor! The defense takes matters into its own hands. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. But jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Out of of the shotgun, they go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
And the Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. There he goes. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Got his man out of the backfield. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line, it's Mitchell. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
He wants to throw it again. Finds his man in the middle. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Finds his big tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
They're going back to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Second down, he'll throw it. They'll run the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Might as well give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's open on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the...
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Now the play fake. Trying to bull his way in. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. just enough time for one final play in this half. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Touchdown, UTEP! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Going to swing it on second down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Touchdown Bears! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's... Connor's in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Washington State is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Pullman deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to Mississippi State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can cautious man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be calling a hot route. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. On target to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Miners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Miners will call on their punt team. And now the ball is knocked free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Looking to throw on first down. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He's looking to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Kruger. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, UTEP! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Quarterback on the keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's good. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Just keep slinging it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Wheeler. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And the Bears decide to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Miners send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. A low line drive and not his best work. He'll call for the fair catch here. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Wheeler. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. These corners backing off a bit. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a second down play. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found some...
Breaks into the... Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the two-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Mitchell. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Miners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It
doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Trying play action. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grab behind the line, it's Wheeler. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bears! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Got it in the middle. It's Mitchell. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Miners headed quickly to the line.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his back in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Miners are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Tosses it incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Miners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Niners! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They want that clock to run. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bears will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, that's crippling because offense.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down. You still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. The defense making a play to put... exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.